Money, but not as you know it. It's being called digital currency. But let's be honest, that isn't what it really is. Cash used to be money, and for now still is, but they are trying to phase that out, because with it comes freedoms they do not want us to have. My other articles covering this include Cash Buys Freedom, which goes into that in more detail, as well as Do You Want to Be Monitored, looking at their angle of monitoring, but it all ties into this. One currency to rule them all. So what of the new currency they want to rule the world with? One currency suits them just fine, and one which is monitorable and controllable at every second of every waking moment. Sounds a tad excessive and obsessive, but hey, they are going to try and do it anyway, it seems. The main points of issue many people have are as follows. Your digital currency will be linked to a social credit score, as they have so conveniently been showing us through little vids here and there from China. They don't like what you say, no spend. Don't like how you think or where you go, no spend. No travel, no food, no life. Sounds idyllic, doesn't it? They've also announced it will have an expiry date. Again, how convenient for them to push the consumerism gravy train, forcing people to spend, earn more credits, comply and behave to retain or be able to spend those credits, play their games to get the credits. But they can take away your credits if they so choose. Like snakes and ladders, I guess, but with your life, time and money. Again, what about that sounds appealing? I don't know. So far, I haven't heard one benefit to the actual people it affects on a massive scale. Only enslavement and control. The benefits are for those who make great profits at your expense and fund a lifestyle that they have grown rather accustomed to and require your compliance and acceptance of this new regime for them to stay as they are. In control, giddy with power and getting more monstrous by the day. Absolute power corrupts, they say, and I have to agree. But money has played a great part too. Greed of wealth and power combined. And here we are, the wealthiest people in the world still trying to make more, take more, pretend to want to help people. It's maddening and disappointing in equal measure. If you have been paying attention this last couple of weeks online or in the news, you may have noticed a certain online payment provider, PayPal, decided to just shut down a few accounts and withhold money. Only once the public, press, and politicians got involved has this been reversed. But more people are now aware and wary. Banks have been doing it too, and I've read today that the FBI are being taken to court in the States because they tricked a judge to issue a warrant so they could raid a Beverly Hills safety deposit facility and stole, yes, stole, $87 million worth of cash, gold, jewellery and assets from random innocent Americans. So the professional corporations around us are actually just a rather large criminal syndicate operation, it would seem, who are trying to make sure we don't have any way of sustaining ourselves without them. They don't want us having access to money, food, housing, so sure as hell won't want us farming or growing food, or having cash around us, or owning our own homes. But those three things are pivotal to our well-being and survival, and they know it. They have been taking too much for too long, proved by the amount of spending and debt they have created, sending billions abroad but can't afford stuff, waste more billions on pretend PPE contracts, but sorry, there's no money in the pot. Blatant lies, and clearly they can't be trusted with money, so it seems bizarre that we still get up every day to earn money which they want to take 20% of, to waste it. And soon they want to decide what money you're allowed to have, and if you don't spend it, you lose it. I don't think so. I see a number of businesses are going back to cash from October. Looks like the hike in electricity bills has made some notice how much their card machines cost. Between electricity cost and charges per transaction. So to save money, go cash. And you will save a whole lot more than you know if we all went back to cash. Now. Because there are plenty of other people in this country who use it and trade with it. And I realise now that's why they tried to make people annoyed with cash trade. Surely you've all heard someone whinge about pubs, or markets, or hairdressers, or builders, where they say, I bet they are on the fiddle and not declaring it. There has been more than enough going into that pot for the longest time, And because it has been misused, it's no longer overflowing as it once was. So they want to fill it up again to keep their habits and their ideals and their lifestyle, but by using you, your time, and your lifestyle to do it. Stop looking for the fair and equal society they have pretended they are trying to achieve, as it's a myth. It will never be fair for all, and we will never all be equal. But we are all people, I hope. And that should be a good starting point, that we have that in common. And we all need food, water, and shelter to adequately survive. Because while some people are squabbling about superficial differences, feelings, and opinions in mind, the powers that be are taking away basic living necessities for people in the real world and in real life. They don't actually care what colour you are, how tall or short you are, what gender you are, how capable you are, or how you feel on the inside. They really don't care. They see you as a commodity, not an individual. It just serves their purpose to allow you to think who you are really matters to them. It doesn't. And you shouldn't expect it to. We are viewed as cogs in their machine. They have made that clear. And when the cogs don't do as they are instructed or expected, they fix it. So don't be a cog. Be a person who can think and feel what they want to, while you are still able to.